Wow, what a beautiful, totally original, new thumbnail that I made specifically for this art review today. I made it specifically for today, just for you guys. Isn't it nice? Because it's been a Devi awesome year for me. Kinda. Not that much, but it's been Devi awesome. Because I've had my friends over. And we had a lot of fun together. And also, we watched my favorite anime together. So it's been Devi awesome. Anyways, welcome to my art review 2025, which is this year. And we're going to look at my art and if I've improved or not. Spoiler, I have improved. So, welcome to the start of 2025. Imagine with me, it's the beginning of 2025 and we're all sad because 2024 has ended. Or not. Anyways, first image I drew in 2025 of my child, my one and only Sabina. She's cute, they're cute in their little winter outfit. I have nothing to say about this, no notes. They look super cute. However, after looking through my pictures and after looking at what comes next, I'm sad to say that I cannot draw the one thing that actually completes them. Because he's not my OC, and I struggle with other people's OCs a lot because I want to do them justice, but I can't. So at the beginning of 2025, I thought I should practice that so that I can actually learn to do it. And then I didn't do it again because it looked like this, and I did not like it. I hate this, I don't want to look at it. However, here's Sabina again in a nice style because I thought, binary pen, my beloved, here they are. Beautiful as always, nice. I was a bit inspired by Scott Pilgrim, only a little bit. Because obviously it's them big old eyes, and I think Scott Pilgrim, the one thing on Netflix, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, came out. So yeah. Sorry for the short intermission. Well, I also forgot that I don't know how to actually edit, or more like I don't have any editing software that lets me do what I want. So that's a problem for future me. Anyways, let me just continue. Let future me worry about that one. And let's continue. I think this is really cute. And I did a good job. And here you see me entering my Magdalena era. Because Magdalena is an OC that I've had for a while now. I don't know exactly for how long. But basically I just made up her design because I thought, wow, I really want an OC that is very heavily inspired by Elfenlied and has pink hair and wings. And that's what I wanted. And I wanted to give her a big depression, big time depression. So I did that. And then I left her alone for a long time. Until I thought, well, until my friend was streaming and I was like, well, don't I have just the character to match this description that I got on a random quiz that she made? So I thought, well, I guess this is my this is my OC to insert in that universe of hers, of my friends book series. So I thought, here we go. This is it. So I basically remade her, and this is her now. She cannot read. She does say that her hobby is reading, but she cannot read. There she is, beautiful as always. She is so cute. I'm absolutely enamored with her. And here she is again. because I wanted to draw her again, because I basically already like everything about her design basically. So I just thought, how can I make the design even more to my personal liking? And this is some vent art that I did just for me, with some of my nice brushies and stuff, and that's it. And here's Magdalena again, my beautiful little princess, specialist girl ever. I love her so much. She's so pretty. In this one, I really like her hair, but I thought that I really like her hair, but it also reminded me too much of, what's her name? Cure Melody from Pretty Cure, from Sweet Pretty Cure. So I was like, well, it looks nice, but it reminds me too much of her, so I need to change it just a little bit. And here she is again. This one I don't like that much, but I just wanted to draw her, so. This is my OC Holly. And she has issues, and she's not a good girlfriend, but like, yeah. Anyways, this is Bella Goth, but from the first Sims game. And in the first Sims game, in the German version at least, she's not called Bella Goth, she's called Julia von Spinnweb, because it was a new game from America, and we were like, we cannot have English words in our game. We need them to have very German names that appeal to the German audience, which I don't think is wrong. I really like the creativity that's behind it. And another thing that I like about it is that it means, like, it supports the theories and my thoughts on the topic of Bella Goth. Yeah, like, where is she? Who is she? Is the next question you can ask. Because is this Bella Goth, or is Julia someone else entirely? We just don't know. This is my OC Mary. Nothing to say about her. I have literally nothing to say about it. This is Kira from Harvest Moon DS. I just wanted to draw her because I like her a lot. I love girls. I love swords. She loves gold. I love going to the mines, level 255 every single day, to give her a piece of the most expensive item in the game. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love it? I mean, it's not like it's not like it's hard, is it? I mean, fishing bug. Yeah, we love her. This is Sabine again, and without the headband. Just a little sketch because I was in the mood to try and draw more in general, which I didn't really do. I counted, or like I had my computer count, and I had like 88 pictures in my folder, so I didn't draw that much. But yeah. That's Sabine again. I really like this one. I think it's cute. I think it's nice. I think the hair looks really nice and fluffy. I love drawing hair. This is me, self-portrait. Like, I think it was when I was fixing my, was it when I was fixing my sink or the bathtub? I think when I was fixing the bathtub and I went to the basement on my granddad's side, and I was like, well, I will have the correct tools for this mission, and I took out some wrenches that worked fine, and I fixed it, and I got really sad, but I fixed it, so it's fine. This is Holly and her sister Lily, and I just made these to try out some stuff in in some visual novel thing. So, yeah. That's all that was, really. Holly and Lily, yeah. This is Cupa. There she is. She's one of my metal girls. I love my metal girls a lot. I use them to study in job school. And this is Cupa. She's based on copper. And this design changes. So, because I wasn't happy with this design to begin with. So I was like, because I was thinking, I want her to have some very obviously non-human parts, you know? And I wanted her to be like a bit more mature, tomboyish, whatever. But that wasn't really working out and I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, that's going to change later. Here's them together, because Cupa was the latest addition to this cast. And, well, yeah, you can see that I drew Cupa way later than the others, but I think they all look very nice together. Yes, I have 2 green girls. That's fine, however, because there is a shortage of green girls. This is Caro, and she is just a sweet, sweet girl. I love her. She's also part of my Metal Girl universe. But, yeah. There you go. There she is, in all her glory. My beautiful girl. I love her a lot. I have nothing else to say about her. There she is again. This is, Esta. You know, her name is spelled with way more letters than are pronounced. Not officially, but like, as her name, it's Esta. So, I just wanted to draw her because out of all my metal girls, she's my favorite. Like, not officially my favorite, because I'm not supposed to be biased, they're all my children. However, I do like her a lot because she has very bad anger management issues, and she will tase me with her multi-tool. Here we got Angel and Kagetsu from Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar. Or, what's her name? Antoinette in English. And Emiko in English, yes. Yes. But in the German version, her name was Angel and Kagetsu stayed the same. So I kept those names because this is my personal experience of playing Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar as a child. And these were my 2 favorite characters. This has changed. I no longer like Angel that much. I just sincerely do not care about her that much anymore. But I think I did a good job drawing them. Angel more so than Kagetsu. Because Kagetsu's outfit was hard to decipher, honestly, and it had so many patterns on it that I didn't know what to do. This is a picture of my sketchbook that I own but barely use because I have trauma related to physical media. So yeah, I drew Isotan in the top left, just because. And then we got Cupa in the middle and Cupa on the bottom left, though she looks more like Shion Omion from Higurashi because I, again, don't know what I'm doing when I'm drawing on paper. And then we got Minerva and Evelina. Minerva and Evelina are from my The Sims Medieval file, and I love them a lot. Because the way I play The Sims Medieval is that I just use the same cast over and over and over again. Get stuck in the time loop, idiots. It's time to do your job. So Minerva is my spy character, and I like her a lot because she's silly. And Evelina, she is a drunkard, and her parents got eaten by whales. Yeah. Sad story, but I think I drew her the best out of everything on this page. And also I drew a random horse because I was watching the newer Anne of Green Gables anime, and I got so upset over the CG horse that I was like, because everything else looked so nice in that one, and then they had to 3D animate the horse, and I'm like, it cannot be that difficult to draw a horse. Everybody's been doing My Little Pony fan art for years now. There has to be people who can draw horses. So I was like, it cannot be that difficult. So I decided to look at a picture of a horse and draw a horse. And I think I did fine, considering I don't usually draw horses. And I think with a little practice, I could get really good at drawing horses. So it is not that difficult. And I don't know why they don't just draw them. Oh, this was from my art fight. Yeah, I forgot to take this out. This is my daughter, Francisca. I love her. She's just a silly girl. She's a lab experiment, basically. And well, she's just a silly girl, like me. There she is again, see? She's so cute. I love her a lot. There without the blood. And this was an art fight attack for my friend Pokeri of her OC, and I forgot her name because well, actually, you know what? I'm not apologizing for not knowing her name. You know what? You know what would make me know her name? Reading, actually. Oh, I I forgot I wrote it down. I won't apologize for not instantly remembering her name or that I wrote it down in the picture itself. Because someone could be actually writing down the story she appears in for me to read so that I would remember her name. Anyways, so this is Sinara, and I originally wanted to draw another of Pokeri's OCs to challenge myself, and I did not. I didn't challenge myself. I ended up in cute girl territory as always. So yeah, I failed in that regard. This is another art fight attack I did for Masu, my friend. And this was basically just kind of like low-key traced over a shot from what was it? Teardrop from Milgram. So yeah, but I thought why not? Because this has Masu's OCs, self-insert OCs. Basically the same character, however, after rewrite, things changed forever. So we got, first of all, we got Masu 1 and we got Masu 2. That's what I'm gonna call them. Technically not Masu 1 and not Masu 2, but we're getting off track. Masu 1 on top, beautiful, lovely, the best character ever made. And then we got Masu 2, who's less traumatized, and she's okay, I guess. She's okay, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine. It's okay. A lot fewer people die in the rewrite. I get it. You get less trauma and you come out a better person, I guess. What could have been? Magdalena again. There we go again. Because I thought, hey, I should draw her in more color. And I did. And I like how her eyes turned out. I wanted to focus on her face in this one. Then we got green. I hate this picture and no one laughed at my joke, so yeah. Anyways, so here's my Magdalena reference sheet that I sent to Masu for my commission. And yeah, I drew a lot of Magdalena this year because I love her so much. Don't think that I usually mention, like I do usually mention the cup size in my reference sheets, because I only get commissions from Masu. And guess what? If I don't point out that she's an A cup at best, what is going to happen? What do you think? What's going to happen? The badonkas are going to happen. That's what. So just for safety reasons, I do write it down. This is another art fight attack I did for someone. I do not remember the name at the moment. But yeah, so this is someone else's OC. I like their design a lot. She's very cute. I liked how casual it was, and I like the little socks and everything. It's the cute girl territory. I didn't know how to involve like the things that they said were like symbolic and stuff, like the stuff that was important to their story. So I just did like this weird kind of Mother Earthbound inspired background. I just played around with it a bit. I think it turned out nice. I wanted to do a bit more of a floaty style, like I wanted to do full body stuff, yeah. A Cupa redesign. I was going for a bit more of a cheeky vibe, but then I thought her face turned out too much like Estes. Like, we already have the cheeky brat character. Who are you? Who do you think you are? However, I did like the holographic things. I was going for like the belt and the bracelet. So, and also I like the earring. So yeah. The only reason... Don't say I'm gay, shut up. So the only reason I made the shirt like that was to basically... I wanted to show off the non-human parts again. However, another influence was watching Mermaid Melody, Pitchy Pitchy Pitch. And you know that vampire character? Lady Bat? Yeah, that's what inspired me to go that route. However, it did not work out. It didn't work out. I still don't have an outfit for her, but I got closer to something I like. More on that later. This is my cover for my secret cover, my thumbnail for my secret cover, which I think turned out quite nice. Cover looks nice. I tried to imitate the original cover. And luckily, we already had this pose pre-installed, so I could use it. Because I cannot access this model anymore, so I cannot make any changes, so do not ask me to. This is me! Hooray! I did not draw colors on this one at first. So I drew it like this, and then later applied colors. This is another one of me. I wanted to try drawing outfit, but it didn't really work out. There it is with the colors, and I thought it's cute. I think it's really cute. I like the kind of semi chibi style that I got. This is a Pokiri, another art fight attack, because I wanted to do a lot of attacks, but I didn't have time. So I thought, before art fight ends, I should attack Pokiri again. So I drew Pokiri from the Night Sky comic. One as her usual self, and one as a child. And that's it. Just a little sketchies before art fight ends. There's me. For my spoken for cover, that turned out very nicely. It's very good. I think I did well. But I cannot, for the life of me, edit it to still retain the sound properly. So you will never see it, probably. It's unlikely that you'll ever get to see it, so just marvel at this picture instead, I guess. There's Esta again. I redrew her sprite. Look how beautiful she is. Isn't she just the cutest? Isn't she just perfect? Look at her. Isn't that just the peak of character design? Have you ever seen something so cute? Have you ever Have you ever seen something like this? Isn't she just the best character ever? The only thing I changed for her design for this kind of rebrand, remake, the only thing I changed is that I made her hair a little bit longer, and that's it. That's all I changed, really. But it turned out so nice. She is so beautiful. She's my favorite character ever. She's so cute. She is the best. She's just the best. I love her. This is her default state, by the way. Fucking Angie. That's her default state. I especially like how she's like, she's supposed to be like bright and cheerful and cute, you know? But she's not. She's not bright and cheerful. She is cute, however. I like her a lot. She's so beautiful. This is her with Lemonelle. She looks a bit wonky here, so I redrew that later, don't worry. I saw that and I did do my best, okay? It didn't turn out that well, so I changed that later. This is from when I did window color with my friends. This is Sabine, so I drew them to be made into window color. I do not have the results here in this video, so I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'll make a video about window color if I ever get a tripod. Yeah, so this is Sabine made specifically. I drew this on paper to be made into window color. And this is Pokiri's window color design, and this is Mas's window color design. I scanned them and printed them out to be bigger, or a correct size to be made into window color. This is my this is my OC Mint, and I drew this for the occasion of I wanted to get a commission for her birthday month because I get monthly commissions, and then I changed my mind. So, well, I changed my mind, so I did not get a birthday commission for Mint. This is a little Sabine sketch. More Magdalena, who would have thought? And I thought about a recovery AU, which is... It's very unlikely, to be honest. It's unlikely to get a recovery AU. Like, someone has to fix her. But I do not think there's anyone willing to put in the effort to fix her. She's not going to fix herself. It's not going to happen. However, if someone did fix her, I would do more to change her design, obviously. However, this is all I got for now. I thought the shorter hairstyle was cute. It's not shorter, but I thought it was cute to put it in little space buns and leave some hair down like that. Yeah, I thought it was cute, and maybe one day it won't have to be an AU, but today is not the day. That's my OC Julia. She's cute. I love her a lot. I drew this with no reference, as I always do. Like most of the time, I don't like using pose references because I get upset about not getting the poses right. So I just draw difficult poses from my brain. And I think it turned out okay. Turned out pretty nice. Dynamic. Dynamic, a bit wonky, but dynamic enough. I love her a lot. This is Hutateru from Hyakano. I love Hyakano, and I found out she was blue, and that changed something in my brain. I love that she's blue. I love how she's blue. She's like the second Momiji to me, because she has, no offense, she has like basically no real personality. I love that for her. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you don't have to have a good personality or anything. You don't have to have defining traits or whatever to be loved, to be a cute girl among other cute girls. But her being blue and not being pink is really something to me. It's revolutionary, really. This is Sophie, Sherry, Antje from Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar again. This is my OC Gwen. Oh, well, yeah, I like what I did with colors. By the way, our review does not review art, just says what I drew. I like this one. It's cute, I guess. It's cute, but I think I would have done... If I redid it, I would do, like, a bit bolder lines and stuff. So here's Gwen. So, because the thing with Gwen is, I've drawn her a lot when I made her, which was very long ago. That's when I drew her a lot. So all of those pictures are bad. Just by default, they're all bad. Because I couldn't draw back then. So I thought I had to make a new picture. Especially for reference reasons, because if I want to get her commissioned properly, I do want to have a new reference. Even if Masu already knows what Gwen looks like. And in most cases, she can draw her better than I can. However, I think I really cooked with this one. Another detail I want to talk about is that only because at one point in the past, Pokeri mentioned she looked at a drawing I did and she pointed out the way I drew the ear. She was like, "Oh, so the earlobe is attached down here or whatever," and I'm like, "No, what? That's not a conscious decision. I didn't like back then. I couldn't make a conscious decision on what people's ears would look like. I couldn't do that. So thanks to that comment Pokeri made back then, now I always pay attention to how I draw their ears." So I'm like, this is Gwen's ear, everybody, look closely. There's clearly there's a little gap. It is not directly attached here. Clearly there's a little gap. And it's a bit bent and stuff, you know. I have to pay attention to this stuff so that it doesn't get pointed out again. That's my reference sheet, baby. I did not draw this. This is the gender bent version I had Masu draw. Which is why I'm saying that. Like, I didn't draw this either, or this. This is my Gwen reference sheet. You see, I cannot draw Gwen. You see, I can't draw her. Look at her. This is her. This is fine. You know, I did this. This is fine. This is good. This is now. I drew this, which looks good, but it's also not like a whole picture. It's not like a reference picture or anything, really. This is from the Night Sky comic. I didn't draw this. I had basically no input on this. I didn't do this. However, it captures Gwen perfectly. This small doodle from Pokeri also perfectly captures Gwen in her essence. I don't know how I conveyed that with how little drawing talents I had at the time. However, I somehow managed. There she is. And there's my Yulia reference sheet. Because, yeah. I'm trying to make my reference sheets a little bit more fun lately. Just a little bit. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I didn't draw anything new for this, aside from, obviously, that one that you saw earlier. But yeah. Yeah, this is my Yulia reference sheet. Obviously, she's also, like, kind of magical girl adjacent, and this is her civilian form, and I think that the outfit looks really cute. This! Here, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with fire. Look at this. This is my new Cupid design. My new Cupid design features short hair. Short hair is always cute. And of course, the hair vents stay. This is one of the most important parts of her design. the green hair, that's like the main parts of her design. Then I added like this little thing in her hair and I thought, wow. I just kind of, you know, scribbled that there and I was like, wow, I'm keeping that forever. I like the holographic dress kind of, and I do like just whatever this is. So, yeah, I still don't know what to do with her outfit. I'm not keeping this not as it is, but I do think that maybe a dress like this, kind of like this. This is, by the way, inspired by a specific Barbie dress. Or, yeah, it's kind of like, I was thinking of Barbie games, Barbie computer games that I played in my childhood, and the fashion in those, and the overall vibes. And so I made that, and I thought, yeah, this looks good, this looks fine, but I'm still going to change it. I'm going to change her design, but that's accurate to her lore, so it's gonna happen. It's gonna, and it has to. There it is without colors. I think it brings out her face pretty nicely. She's pretty. And here's my friend who has a credit card, and her creature. Here's Pokeri, who has a credit card that I can use sometimes if I have to. Which is great. Because I wanted to support a game on Kickstarter, and I had to use credit card, but I do not have credit card. I am but a mere European in this world, and yeah. So thanks for that. Here's Koopa again. Here's Esta again. Here's Lemonelle, fixed and improved. I didn't change much about her design, but I think I changed enough to make it nice. For example, I gave her this little headband and like, I kind of cut off her hair to be like more two colors, like, you know, like a bit more blonde in the front and then the back a bit more streaky brown and blonde, you know? Kind of like that. Yeah, I think I improved her. I still have some areas I need to fix, kind of, but good enough. I really like how her face turned out. It looks nice and gentle and sweet. There they are together. This is a little logo I made for my website, for my Webbit site on the Neocities, because I've been getting back into that, kind of. A little bit. I don't know what to put there, to be honest, but I've just been messing around with it lately, so yeah. And here's Nightingale. Nightingale, another metal girl. Another redesign. I redesigned more on her than on the others, because I redesigned more on her than on the others, but I still gave her that lame-ass stupid pose. And you know what? It's in character, so I don't care. Lame-ass stupid pose? Sure, why not? I thought about making her hair more like kind of edgier, you know? And I thought about, yeah, she would cover up half her face with her hair. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Here they are together. Here they are together. Another Koopa redesign. It is not intentionally to replace my current Koopa. It's more like, this is in-universe. This is supposed to be an earlier model of Koopa. You know, when they first started making her and being like, hey, we got this new android you should totally buy. Here she is, beautiful. And you know what? You notice something, don't you? You notice how she doesn't have the hair vents? Yeah. Of course she wouldn't work properly that way, right? If she doesn't have hair vents, then she's going to overheat. What the fuck? You can't have that. Here's a little redraw I did of Violet, Lily's sister, and also Holly's sister by extension. So this is a little redraw I did because I was going to draw something else originally, but then I saw the picture of Violet and I got so upset about it, about how bad it looked, that I thought, okay, I have to redraw this right now because I can definitely do better. And I did. I did do better. She looks nice. She's cute. I love her. Rest in peace. And here's the Great Fairy from Zelda Ocarina of Time / Majora's Mask. I've been wanting to draw an illustration of her because I love her a lot. And I love her laugh. When I was a child, my father used to play the Zelda games on the Nintendo 64, and I was allowed to watch, and usually I just wanted to watch him play Zelda The Wind Waker, because I liked that more, because I was terrified of the mummies in Zelda Ocarina of Time, but who cares about that? Anyways, I've always loved the Great Fairy, and I love her laugh, and she has... I don't understand how people are like, oh my god, this would have traumatized me as a child. It's a fairy! Have some imagination! I love the way she laughs. It's so sweet, it's so nice, she's so interesting and fun. We could never have a character like this today. I loved her in Hyrule Warriors. I don't like how they make new Hyrule Warriors games and they barely have any classic Zelda characters in them anymore. It's like, I don't know half the people in those because they're only focused on the ones from the newest game. Anyways, I don't want to rant about that. This was my art review. Shorter than last year's, I think, because I've drawn less. However, I thought I'd also talk about some art goals I have, or like art related goals that I have for the next year. And yeah. So basically we got, for example, getting a new tablet, which is something I would like, something I don't really need specifically. It's just that I've been using this tablet for 10 years or so. It's the first tablet I ever drew on and the first tablet I owned. I bought it off a friend at the time for like 50 bucks or 20, I don't remember. No idea. It still works just fine. But there are some issues I do have with it. For example, the cable is just way too short, so the way I need to set it up is really annoying. So I would like something that has a longer cable or no cable at all. Imagine that. Wireless? Wireless tablet, perhaps? Or maybe even a tablet that has a screen. I don't know if I would like that, but I sure would enjoy having a new tablet. But I know that it's difficult to figure out what tablet to get when you have basically no experience with a tablet. So yeah, that's one of my goals. Doesn't have to be next year, but maybe soon. You know how it is. You know how it is. I don't draw that much. I wish I drew more. But, well, I recently got into writing again, so maybe from that I could also get into drawing more in general. Just to like draw more of my characters from the stories that I write, but I have never drawn the characters from. And maybe I'll even get a new model. Maybe, because I cannot access the file from this model anymore, so it stays this way forever now. Maybe I'll make a new one. If I make a new one, I don't want it to be a 3D model, although that is really nice for posing around, so I'm going to keep this one. I'm not going to toss it. But if I got a new model, I think I would like to make it into like a live 2D rigging thing. So that would be nice. I don't know if I can manage that next year, but wouldn't that be nice? And maybe I'm just gonna make a little PNG tuber to put on my videos. Maybe just a little guy to hang out in the corner while I talk and yap. More illustrations. I can't even talk anymore. More illustrations. I want to do more full illustrations, like my Great Fairy drawing, stuff like that, because I really, really enjoy doing illustrations, like full pieces. And I think, I don't even know why I don't do it that much. Maybe because I'm just lacking ideas, honestly. Because when I drew the Great Fairy picture, I was like, I want to draw the Great Fairy. And then I traced over the Great Fairy from in-game, and then I kind of just like changed some stuff up. And then, yeah, I did my thing with coloring and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, I usually just don't have the ideas or the skills to do it, I think, maybe. I don't know exactly. Maybe it stems from not drawing as a child, where you have the most imagination possible without the skills, but you still try to do it anyways, or that's what I think happens. Well, anyways, I'm gonna try to do more illustrations, because I do enjoy my illustrations the most out of everything I draw. Then I would like to do some more OC merch, just because it makes me really happy. The 3 pieces of OC merch that I own do make me really happy, and I think I would like just to have more. Maybe of my friends' OCs or something. I do have merch of my friends' OCs, but I meant like maybe something that has both my and their OCs in it or something. Stuff like that. Just a lot of charms or something. That would be nice. I want to get to drawing that. And last but not least, I would like to try to be more confident in general and like in my art. Not only in my art, but also in other things. Just in general, when talking on camera and stuff like that, I would like to be more confident. I've improved a lot over the past few years in that area, but it's still not good, you know? It's fine, but it's not good. So I would like to try to be more confident in general and maybe record more. That's why I've said that I would like to do more speed paints. Like, I'm trying to always record when I draw now. And just to get over that hurdle of having someone watch me draw. Because even just turning on the Switch and being like, okay, I'm now recording how I'm drawing this, makes me nervous. So I'm trying to do that so that I get over it. And then maybe I won't be as nervous anymore when someone's watching me draw. And then maybe one day I could even do like a drawing stream or something. That would be nice. Yeah. So I'm trying to just be more confident in general and maybe also talk about my OCs, which I don't do. But I barely talk about my OCs ever. But that's not the goal. The goal is to just be more confident in general. So I'm gonna try that. And I'm gonna do my very best. I'm gonna do my very best. I promise. I promise 2026 will be different, I swear. I swear, maybe I'll even be able to export my spoken for cover properly. Anyways, a little preview of what's to come, or not a preview, just like a spoiler. I'm gonna try to do more song covers, maybe even in German. Oh my gosh, what? Mr. Worldwide over here. Yeah, that's my plans for the next year. Anyways, happy holidays, happy new year, have a good one, whatever. Goodbye.